Boom, what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing fantastic. It's your boy Epi Montoya, and I wanted to just open this up for discussion. You know what I mean? I'm anxious and definitely wanting to hear your opinions on all this stuff. Okay, so just last week, you know what I mean, I was out in North Carolina, and while I was out there, these banks start failing again. Okay, and I kind of knew it was going to happen. I mean, they did it in 2008. We've seen major banks fail before. We've seen major car dealerships bail out. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen, people lose their pensions. Look what COVID did. I mean, businesses that were around forever just come crushing down. Me and a lot of my business partners, we saw a multi-billion-dollar travel company come crashing to their knees. Industry leaders just go scrambling, right? And so no one's really that surprised about the whole situation, right? Now, I've been trying to study money for a very, very long time, and one of the things that I learned, especially over the last 2008 crash, is, I could see it coming, and I was like, why are you hustling so hard, Epi? Why are you hustling so hard if they're trying to destroy the dollar? You know, if they want to put us into the North American Union, you know, if they want to do all this, like, why are you hustling so hard? And luckily, you know what I'm saying, I stay focused, I stay on the grind, and I just keep moving forward. And I wasn't doing that well in 2008, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a major house note under my name that I was going to be upside down on, thankfully. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't really, say that, but the thing is like, I fell for this stuff one time in 1999. Okay, Y2K 2000. I thought the world was going to end, and and absolutely bananas. Okay, I had this big old plan on how I was going to survive the end of the world. I went down to Albuquerque and I spent over $20,000, okay, and just blew all my money thinking it wasn't going to be worth anything. I thought I was buying all the necessities I was going to need, to survive. And in the morning I woke up and absolutely nothing happened. I was trying to return stuff and get my money back. It was ridiculous. I vowed to never do that stuff again. Okay, there was another time when I was younger, where I lost another little bit over 20 grand overnight. I woke up in the morning, I had absolutely nothing. I was like, I couldn't figure out why I was moving the way I was moving, the chances I was taking, the things I was doing. Like, why was I doing it if it just got ripped from me like that? It almost made me not want to, just like, why am I moving forward? But I started studying money and learning how, like, they used to trade in the marketplaces back in the day, chickens and leathers and feathers and gems and stones and gold and silver. Then they started depositing their gold and silver and getting these banknotes to trade in the marketplace, was a heck of a lot easier, but they were redeemable by gold. And in 1971 they took us off the gold standard. Okay, and by 1982 we were already $1 trillion in debt. Okay, now we're at $32 trillion in debt. And I heard the gen yelling. I don't watch TV or nothing like that, but I heard the Federal Reserve just last week saying that, probably by the time this president is done with his term, we're going to be close to the $50 trillion in debt. And so they keep kicking this can down the road, right? And they keep printing all this paper, toilet paper money, you know what I'm saying? And we ship it across the world. They ship us their goods, and I have a feeling all that's coming to an end. All of you know what inflation is like. I didn't get affected, like I said, in the last recession that bad. I think a lot of us probably did it. It's like us taking our money out of the bank when there's not really a whole lot in there, right? But the thing about this time, okay, the thing about this time is all of us have already gotten a taste of inflation. We see how much the cost of living goes up and the value of our dollar is going down. Okay, so if we're trading our time for money, if we're trading the days of our life for money, if we're dropping our kids off at daycare for money and all that kind of stuff just for the paper dollar, we're running like our heads are cut off, like chickens with no heads, chasing this fiat money, right? And I love you have to have a good, strong sense of what money is, right? So if we're doing all that kind of stuff and inflation is going this crazy, and I have a feeling that they're not going to try and fix this. They're going to run the printing presses and keep printing more money, which is going to cause even more inflation. But we're at a real crazy point right now, you know what I'm saying, where this thing looks like it's just going to implode and collapse. And that's not to say that life isn't going to go on. Life is going to go on. Stay ambitious, stay motivated, stay hungry, keep getting after it. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep getting after it, but you should be working your way out. You should be looking at multiple streams. You shouldn't be just dependent on the government to take care of you in your elderly age when you're going to need it the most. Okay, what if your job, that income stream goes away? Or what if your 5-year fix all of a sudden is up and you need more money and inflation is through the roof? Look, inflation, they're telling you right now that you're not going to have to pay for these bailouts for these big banks. And it's not true. Inflation is going to go up next year. Things are going to be double what they are this year, and it's just going to keep going up. The value of the dollar is going to keep going down, and it's just ridiculous what's happening. And I just wanted to open this up for discussion. I'm not that smart, you know what I'm saying, but like I have a good sense of what's happening, and I just like to hear your opinions on what you think about all this stuff. But I know that if I'm feeling this stuff, and I'm pretty self-sustained. I'm not dependent on anybody to send me any kind of money or a check, and I'm not dependent on the government to retire me. I'm pretty self-sustained myself, and if I'm looking at this and I'm a little worried, I know there's got to be a lot of people out there that are feeling the same way. I get it. A lot of people want to stick their head in the sand, pretend like this is nothing, or just say, "Oh, that's nothing. Who cares? They'll fix it. They know what they're doing." Everyone's just way too smart, right? It's fantasy football, or your, who's going to the whatever, the baseball leagues, and all this kind of stuff that we just kind of smoke and mirrors kind of take our focus. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I care about my country. I care about this nation. I care about my neighbors. I care about my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really care about my family. And I just don't like seeing all this stuff happen. And at sometimes it's a little worrisome. You know what I'm saying? And I wish people would just kind of like, snap to see what is it that's causing all this. You know what I'm saying? But inflation is going to keep going through the roof. And I would say, watch out, man. Protect your stuff, okay? I wouldn't save money necessarily, okay? Because if it's losing its value, why would you save something that they're printing? Why would you save something that's depreciating in value, okay? But learn how to spend it. Learn how to buy assets that will pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? Learn what money is, and learn. They're not going to try and fix this, you know what I'm saying? They're going to keep kicking the can down the road as long as they can, but I think they're in some really hot water right now, and it's just a wild time we've lived in. It's been a wild time, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to jump on here and just share my ideas and my thoughts of what's happening right now, you know what I'm saying? Like how it looks, if you're worried about anything, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say get worried, but I would say get educated and become more ambitious. Like, even if you have your own business, you should be working your way out for more freedom. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have your own job, like, what if your check stops coming? Are you prepared for that? You know what I'm saying? Are we diverse in multiple streams, or are our assets going to feed us? You know what I'm saying? When we might need it tomorrow. We've seen how they've had a run on grocery stores. We've seen what they're doing with the food. We've seen what they're doing with everything. You know what I'm saying? And we're just living in some wild times. Revelations has been fulfilled. The Bible has been fulfilled. All this stuff is coming true. You know what I'm saying? We live in a crazy, crazy time right now. And I'm not saying that you should worry, especially those that have faith. We got nothing to worry about, and you absolutely know that, you know what I'm saying? And this, it will go on, you know what I'm saying? So be prepared for it to go on, but do you want it to be hard for you? Look what happened in the Great Depression. A lot of people died, but then a lot of millionaires were created in the same time. More millionaires than any other time in history were created in the Great Depression. So, but a lot of people, starved, and a lot of people got hurt. And you think we're going to have bad, look at these third world countries, they're going to get it too. So I just wanted to jump on here and share my ideas and my thoughts with you. This is open for a discussion, like, let me know what you think. Is everything looking okay? You think we have nothing to worry about? Are you just okay with depending on the government or even a corporation? How come no one's asking who stole my pension? Okay, and it's not just your pension. Your Social Security is bankrupt, man. Okay, and it's not, even if it is there, okay, let's just say they pay you. Who's ready to live off 40%, 30%, and with inflation so high, like the cost of living going up and the value of the dollar going down, even if your money's there, it's not going to be an easy road, you know what I'm saying? And if you're okay, I don't know, but if you're okay, I guess there's nothing to worry about, right? But some of us are just a little bit worried about what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say worry, worry is pointless. Stand on your faith and just be ambitious, be driven, but be open-minded, and don't be afraid to talk about it. Leave things open for discussions. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your family, talk to your loved ones. If there's anything that I can do to help, you know what I'm saying, talk to me. I love discussing this stuff. I don't know it all. I don't claim to. I only, 5th grade education. But this is your boy, Epi Montoya. I love y'all. God bless. Let me know. Reach out to me.